What's going on, guys? Romo the Roamer here. It is Keepa time. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know in order to read a Keepa graph. This is going to be from start to finish Keepa, everything you need to know about Keepa. By the end of this video, if you know nothing now, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to determine prices on Keepa, prices of items, if the item sells, and a bunch of other nuanced things that I wish I would have known starting out. By the way, my name's Avery, aka Romo the Roamer. I've sold over 4 million on Amazon. I'm the host of Miami Sellers Conference, the most fun Miami Sellers Conference, the most fun Amazon Sellers Conference that exists on planet Earth. And yeah, I also have a free Discord. If you guys want to join, click the link below, roamer.biz/Discord. Get in there and learn more about Amazon. Let's dive into this, guys. So first of all, we're going to talk about price. Okay. So don't freak out, but I'm going to open up a Keepa graph real quick. Okay. So if you look at my screen, there are three fundamental prices that we are going to look at on Keepa. And the first one is the used offer. So shout out to all my book people out there, all my people that sell used books on Amazon. Don't worry, private label people, online arbitrage people, wholesale people. I'll get into the price you should be concerned with, but used book people care about the used book price, the used price. So this is the price history over time. We can see the book goes from $2 all the way to $1.35. You're probably thinking, who the heck buys a book for $1.35? Well, silly. You probably haven't watched the full video yet because I was just about to say that this does not include shipping. Okay, so don't actually think that people are selling books out there for $1.35. This also goes for new items as well. This is only showing you the cheapest price on Amazon without shipping included, and it's not showing Prime offers or anything like that. So we also have the new line. So the new graph, this is showing you the new price over time. So you can see the new price fluctuates from 29 to 25.41, and we also have the buy box price, which is in this case the most expensive price. What is the buy box price? The buy box price is the price at which the buy box is currently at. Now the buy box is this box up here. This is basically when you visit a listing, what are you going to do when you land on this? If you're a customer, you're going to click add to cart. You're not going to go over here and look at all this microscopic text that is practically impossible to read. You're simply going to click on add to cart and purchase it. You're going to purchase it from Maristore. That's the seller that is currently winning the buy box. So your goal as an Amazon seller is to win the buy box. Okay, so let's go back down here. Hopefully you guys are tracking. Hopefully you guys are following me. There's three main prices you want to go after. You want to track on Keepa. You have the used price. If you're a used item seller, most book sellers sell used books. We'll take that away for now because we're going to focus more on new products in this video. So really the price that we're concerned with is the buy box price, because as Amazon FBA sellers, as people sending items to Amazon FBA, which means you pack your items in a box, you ship them to Amazon's warehouse, and then Amazon allows your items to have 2-day shipping to the customers, and you become buy box eligible. It's hard to win buy box if you do not ship your items FBA. So this is really the price we care about, this bright pink price here. And yeah, so this is how you track price history over time. So how do you track if the item actually sells? Well, I'm glad you asked, because there are several different ways you can track. And a lot of people get confused and they get stuck on one method. And really the best way to determine if an item sells is to use a combination of data. Don't just use one data point. So I'm going to give you guys 4 different data points to really determine if an item sells. So number 1 is sales rank. So we see this sales rank here. It goes up, 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 the green line, and then all of a sudden it goes down, and it goes up, 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 up. Sales rank is what is the item currently ranked on Amazon. There's millions and millions of books out there. So if a book is ranked 1 million on Amazon, that means it's the millionth ranked book. Gary V was bragging about how his book had a sales rank of 1 at one point in time. That means his book was the best selling book on Amazon. You guys following me? So every item, the sales rank, whether it's 100,000, 500,000, that is what is the item ranked according to the category, only for the category, what is the item rank? So for books, what out of all the books is it number million, 1 million? Is it number 5? Is it 10? And so sales rank is constantly changing. It's not set in stone. Every second, every minute, every hour, sales rank is changing. Now, with that being said, there's some categories, for example, sex toys might only have 3,000 sales rank, 3,000 items. There might only be 3,000 items total in that category. I don't even know if it's category. I just made it up, but there's tons of different categories on Amazon. And they have a different number of items. Books is the largest, so a million rank book is pretty good, but it's not bad. A million rank book's not bad, but a million rank electronic item is basically not going to sell. I think electronics don't have that great a sale. So number one is look at sales rank, but because it's so complicated and it's so different across different categories, I do like to use another Chrome extension called Seller Amp, and this gives me a sales estimate. Now, there's a lot of other Chrome extensions with sales estimators that you can use, but this is great because you can just look at estimated sales, and we can see that this sells 5 per month, and I have a few different items pulled up. This item here sells 60 per month. This supplement sells 823 per month. This is just an estimate, guys. And we also have this Colin broom that sells like 10,000 a month or some ridiculous number. And so, yeah, that's how you determine if an item sells, sales rank and the sales estimator here. This is still based off of sales rank, but it's adjusting for the category. So it's looking at what is the current sales rank, and then out of that category, how many sales does this equate to? So this gets 13,000 sales per month for having a sales rank of 1,000 in the category of health and household. Okay. Also, real quick, I did forget to mention on the price section, there is one more price that you guys should monitor, and it's Amazon's price. So you can also select Amazon on Keepa. All of these on the side on Keepa, you can select them and deselect them to have different metrics show. So if you want to give yourself high blood pressure, go ahead and select all of these, and you're just going to overwhelm yourself. But one thing I do like about Keepa is that they show you, it's obvious what is the dominating color in this graph. It's orange, and that means Amazon is selling it. So if we take away all these other things here, price, new, sales rank, list price is basically worthless. I wouldn't really pay attention to that. A lot of this stuff doesn't matter. Warehouse deals is what is Amazon. When Amazon loses items, they sell them. So if you send your items to Amazon and they lose them, they actually sell them themselves, and they call it warehouse deals, which is basically their way of being like, we don't know whose inventory this is, so we're just going to sell it under Amazon warehouse deals. It's your items on clearance when Amazon loses them. So Amazon is always going to dominate these listings. If Amazon's selling the same product you are, they're going to make sure that they get the sales and you don't. And it's just, you can't blame them. They're running their business. And so you don't want to compete with Amazon. And so Keepa makes it very obvious when Amazon is on the listing. They highlight everything in orange. Okay, so let's jump back to demand metrics. I told you I was going to share 4. So first is just looking at the sales rank here. Second is looking at the estimated sales here. Third is going to be looking at the, if you go to data offers, you can look at all the stock history of people. And if people's stock goes down over time, then that means their items are likely selling. So this person sold 31, 23, 3. Now keep in mind that this is just monitoring stock history. This could be somebody could dispose of the items and their stock could go down. Or maybe they remove their items back to their warehouse, or maybe Amazon transfers their items to another warehouse. So just know this is tracking the stock history of other sellers' items. And the stock history does not 100% indicate sales. But if their stock is changing, it's a pretty good indicator. Hey, these items are probably selling. The next way, and this is my favorite way to determine if an item actually sells or not, is looking at the number of sellers the volume of the number of sellers, and if I can pull it up here, you have to click on more historical data here, and it shows you the number of sellers at the bottom. So you can see there's 13, 12, and what we're looking for is this is pretty good, not great. This isn't a super fast moving listing, but you see the number of sellers is going up and down. So this listing is getting sales. And let's look at a listing that has more obvious. This Colin Broom will be a great example. Okay, it's because I have the variation selected. Here we go. So again, click on more historical data on Keepa. And Keepa, by the way, it's the one tool that you for sure need as an Amazon seller. It'll cost you around 15 to 20 bucks a month, depending on the USD to euro conversion. And I'm here in Europe right now. And guys, America's winning. USD is more powerful. When I buy groceries, I pay $35 USD, and it gives me the option to pay $37 euros. So that means US dollar is currently stronger than the euro. Maybe it won't be like that forever, but that's the case right now. This is a great example. If you guys look at the bottom graph, it's showing the number of new sellers over time. And so you can see it goes from 250 back down to 50. And so what happens when sellers hop off the listing? It means that they're selling out. These people are selling out of inventory. And yeah, it's a good thing when you see this going up and down. This is my favorite way to really guarantee that the item sells. This is when I see this variation in number of sellers, I'm like, okay, this is a good item. These people are making money, therefore I can make money too. Okay, variations, guys. Variations are complicated. So you could get really excited and be like, oh my gosh, this sales rank is amazing. Like, for example, boom, perfect example right here. There's a pack of 6 for this Colin Broom, and there is a pack of 1. So for this pack of 6, what you could do is you could look, and if this graph will ever load, here we go. You'll see the pack of 6 has a sales rank of like 1,000. So to the blind eye, somebody's going to come on here and be like, oh my gosh, this sells 13,000 a month, according to my sales estimator. On Keepa, it's got a ridiculous sales rank. This item moves. I should buy hundreds and hundreds of units of it. Wrong. The reason why you should not is if you go to variations and you look, you see that one variation gets all the sales and the other variation basically gets no sales, because one variation gets all the reviews and another variation doesn't get that many reviews at all. This has less than 1% of reviews. Literally one person has reviewed this. Therefore, not that many people buy it, whereas 3,005 people have reviewed that one pack. So if we look at a supplement here, you can see this is a more balanced listing. People actually do buy the variations, but usually there's one variation that dominates. Okay, so let's say that we wanted to buy this second variation. We're interested in buying the 60 pack, which, by the way, guys, this is profitable on iherb.com. As I'm making this video, you can buy the 60 pack for $18.87 and flip it on Amazon for 38 bucks. So how much should you buy, and what's the likelihood of it selling? So 36% of reviews, estimated sales is 823. So we can take 823, we can multiply it by 36 to get 296. So on average, this is going to sell about 300 per month. There's about 10 competitive offers here. So they're all priced within buy box range. And so we can divide 300 by 10 because there's 10 people that we're competing with. We have to share the sales with them, and we can likely sell 30 of this item a month. It makes us $7 profit. Therefore, we would make about 210 bucks, 215 bucks at the end of the day. Okay. So that is a great way to determine sales for variation, simply take the number of reviews, the review count, and multiply it by this sales estimator. That's one way for sure to get an estimate. All this is an estimate, guys. Your best data is going to be your own sales data. If you buy an item and you sell it, and for example, if you buy that 6-pack of Colin Broom here and you sell 100 of them, and you're watching this YouTube video and you're like, Romer the Romer said this never sells, but you sold it, go off your own data. You sold it. But I'm just giving you guys how to get an idea. But keep in mind that Keepa is just pulling data from Amazon that has access to. It doesn't mean it's set in stone, doesn't mean it's 100% accurate, but it is accurate most of the time. Okay. So next, let's go over it to determine if you can win buy box. So you buy an item and you can use Keepa to determine whether or not you'll be buy box eligible. So look at the buy box and it will tell you who is winning the buy box and what percent of the time they win the buy box. So what we're looking for on this page, we're going to data buy box statistics. We're just looking for even buy box share. So as long as people are winning the buy box, they're sharing it. They're not voluntarily sharing it with each other, but there's buy box rotation is what you call this. And so Net Rush has 60% of the buy box. K&K Global has 12%. This guy below VN Team has 8%. All these guys are getting buy box shares. Net Rush is getting the most, probably because he has the most stock. And so it's a good indicator. Now, if you hop on this buy box statistics and you see that one person has 99% or 100%, you're probably not going to be buy box eligible because they're hogging the buy box. So if one person is dominating the buy box and there's other competitive sellers in the listing that are not getting the buy box, then consider not staying away and not purchasing that item. Okay. Another thing is if you look at FBA here, this FBA column, you can see it has a check mark. That means that this person's selling FBA. If there is an absence of a check mark, then that means this person's getting buy box with a merchant fulfilled listing, which simply means they are shipping it from their house or warehouse. They are not shipping it to Amazon first, which is really exciting because if somebody's winning buy box as a merchant, then that means if you do ship it FBA, you have a high chance of getting sales over them because merchants are winning the buy box. Or it also means that you could ship this product merchant fulfilled and get sales. And so make sure you guys look at this check mark here on buy box statistics to see who's winning the buy box. Are merchants winning the buy box? Now, keep in mind, this guy's selling his product for $2.50 less than the current buy box. The FBA buy box, there's one buy box. There's no FBA MF buy box. The guy winning the buy box is an FBA seller. He's at $38.47. Now, this person wins buy box 8% of the time at $35. So that is a pretty good indicator that if you wanted to, you could FBA this. Okay, you can also determine if a product's getting more popular over time. There's two different ways I like to determine this. Number one, I just look at sales history. And by the way, you guys can toggle date range here. You guys can go from day, week, month, 3 months. I like to zoom out all time just to get an idea. Usually if I'm making an important purchasing decision, the last 3 months will suffice, but it is interesting to look at the whole all-time data for a product just to get a feel for, what is this sold for in the past. And so you can see this review count goes up, 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 up. So this, you can select review count at the bottom and the number of reviews are going up on this. Therefore, people like the product. Therefore, it's getting more popular. It could be getting more popular. Now, the sales rank is pretty consistent. So this product's not selling a whole lot more, but the fact that people are reviewing this means that they're satisfied. It has good reviews. And if you see this exponentially going up, it could mean it's a good opportunity to go deeper on the product than you normally would. Okay, so that's all I had for you guys today. Hopefully that gave you a pretty good understanding of Keepa. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, comment below. I try to make this as concise as possible. Let me know if that made sense for you guys. If you guys want, join the Discord. Again, roamer.biz/Discord. Message me on social media if you guys have any questions. And yeah, much love and catch you guys in the next video. Peace.